Hello, everybody. It's me, Ross, and welcome to the League One Lowdown, where I speak to fans, podcasters, journalists from each League One club to get their thoughts on the coming season. Today, I'm joined by AFC Wimbledon fan George Jones from the 9yrspodcast. George, thank you very much for joining me. And first of all, have you got over Joe Pigott?
Oh, thank you for having me, Ross. Great to be here. Pig, he's a big miss. I think Ipswich fans, you're a very lucky group to have him. He's going to be a big miss. Just hopefully you don't score too many against us this year.
Yeah. And you're from the 9yrspodcast. Explain your history of that. And, of course, AFC Wimbledon's got a massive history, we won't get into all that sort of stuff, but how does it all start for you?
Yeah, well, the podcast was founded in 2015 by a couple of fans. It's grown a lot since then. We've now got a massive team behind us. We do live broadcasts. Last season, we were doing the club's official pre-match show on the official feeds. We do a regular Sunday night live show as well. It's been, like I said, we're about to enter our 7th season now, so it's all been going very well for us.
Of course, you've had many ups and downs during that. A lot of ups, really, because promotions back to League One. Let's get into the summer business. It's still early days. It's we're recording this on July the 20th. I don't know when this will go out, but we've still got a month left of the transfer window. But are you happy with the transfer business? Of course, we mentioned Joe Pigott earlier. That's a massive player to lose. But are you happy with the summer business so far? What have you done so far?
Yeah, well, I think as every club this season, it started off with letting a couple of key players go to, readjust the wage budget into a post-COVID environment. We lost Callum Riley, Luke O'Neill, Shane McLaughlin, who obviously came from your lot a couple of years ago. 3 players who have played a big role for us over the last couple of years. And it was clear to see we were going for a very different dynamic under Mark Robinson. We're going much younger. We're going for a much more energetic and much more attacking style of team. It wasn't a surprise to see those go, but it's still a shame. And in terms of coming in, I think we've been really positively surprised by the quality of players. Obviously, Luke McCormack, who we've signed from Chelsea, who was on loan at Bristol Rovers last year. I think he won their Player of the Year. Really good attacking midfielder. George Marsh from Tottenham. Aaron Presley's just joined on loan from Brentford to be Joe Pigott's replacement. He's got a really bright future ahead of him, so hopefully a big year for him. And then sort of squad depth signings, Darius Charles, who was part of our promotion season. And a fascinating story of Zakiula, who's a goalkeeper we've signed from Netherhead, but he's been training with the club for 7 years, and he's finally earned his pro contract with us. He's 26, and he's just had his first contract after training with us for 7 years. I'm delighted for him to finally get his chance to prove himself.
Wow, what a story that is. I'm sure he has been come on, guys, give me a contract. I've been training, but all this hard work. But that's a great story, and I'll be interested. For yourself, which sort of player is to watch for? So when we face you, anybody that stands out, we'll watch out for. Definitely, as you said, Joe Pigott's replacement. Do you reckon he will be scoring the goals?
Yeah, but I think Aaron Presley's going to be a big player for us this year. He'll get some goals, but the player to watch is without Ayub Assal. Ayub's come through our academy. He's very much a Wimbledon-style player. He's very hard-working, very aggressive. He doesn't stop running all day. He broke through into the first team finally in March of last season. Got 4 goals in the final 11 games of the season for an 18-year-old breaking in. That's an incredible return. This year he's been given the number 10 shirt, and he's going to be given a bit more responsibility from the start. I'm expecting big things from Ayub this season.
And of course, last year you guys survived, although you ended the season on a fantastic run of form. Of course, that 3-0 win against Town at Plough Lane. I think a lot of Town fans still got scars from that night. And also, fans going to be back in stadiums at full capacity. Plough Lane, I'm sure it's going to be rocking. The new formed Plough Lane. I'm sure a lot of fans are going to look forward to going to that. For yourself, how do you reckon AFC Wimbledon will do this year?
It's going to be a long season. I don't think we're in any doubt about that. We're going to have the youngest squad in the EFL by a considerable distance. Our average age is probably going to be about 22, 23. So it's very young, but we've got a lot of new coaching staff. We've got a revolutionary coaching structure where we're actually getting coaches on loan from Chelsea and other teams to booster our coaching structure. Mark Robinson's first full year as head coach. For me, I think this year will be bottom half, but we should be safe without really ever being dragged into a relegation battle.
And of course, a lot of people in League One are talking about Ipswich Town at the moment because we've got new owners, Ed Sheeran being our sponsor this year on the kit. And of course, all the signings that we're making. What's your thoughts from an outsider on Ipswich Town?
I think you've got to be very impressed with the business they've done. Obviously, you lost Ozell, who's going to be a big miss. he went for good money, so hopefully he'll be able to reinvest that impressively. But obviously, like we've mentioned earlier, you're signing Joe Pigott. You've also got Wes Burns and Raheem Harper, who I really, really like. And to be honest, I think most people would be expecting you to be there or thereabouts this year. Hopefully you'll be able to there's too many big teams in this division this year to guarantee anyone anything. But I definitely think Ipswich will be there or thereabouts come the end of the season.
I know it's early days to predict, but who do you reckon will be in the promotion mix? Any other League One clubs? Yourself, do you think you will be able to survive? And would you think you could possibly get a little promotion push there, or is it too early doors to say that?
I think for us personally, it's going to be probably a year too early for us to be looking for a run towards the playoffs. I think in terms of looking at who goes up, I think Rotherham are always there or thereabouts whenever they're in this division. They're either getting relegated from the Championship or fighting for promotion into it. And for me, dark horses, I quite like Bolton. I really like the business they've done. They've got obviously George Johnson from Feyenoord, Declan John from Swansea, Amadou Bakayoko from Coventry. They've done a really good bit of recruitment, and I really get a feeling that they're going to be there or thereabouts. I can't see them struggling like they have the last couple of times I've been in this division. In terms of going down, I think obviously we're going to be in and around that bottom 7 again. Hopefully we'll be at the top end of that bottom 7 table. But then you've got the teams who came up, obviously Cambridge and Morecambe. I think most people think they're going to struggle. Crewe started falling away a bit last year after a good start, so I expect they're going to be struggling again for a majority of the season. And then you've got the wild cards at Sheffield Wednesday, and they could be top and win the league by 30 points or be relegated by Christmas, effectively. No one knows how that one's going to go.
And of course, Wimbledon travelled to Portman Road at the end of August. I know it's early days once again to predict this, but what do you reckon that game, Scott? It'll still be very early in the season. Are you excited are you going to be travelling to Portman Road, do you reckon?
Yeah, I mean, if we're all allowed, hopefully we'll take good numbers to Portman Road. Remember the first time we went up there and we had a crowd a couple of seasons ago, I thought we were unlucky to concede late and to lose that game. I think we'd give you a good game. Like I said, we're going to be young. We're going to be probably one of the fittest teams in the division. We'll come out of the gate strong. We'll play with no fear. And we'd be coming off a tough game because we've got Sunderland the week before. So it's going to be a tough game, but I think we're all going to be optimistic going into every game this season.
Well, George, it's been a pleasure. Thank you very much, my friend.
Thank you.
There you go. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the first League One lowdown. Many more clubs and many more fans to be involved. Make sure let us know in the comments down below your thoughts on AFC Wimbledon and Ipswich Town as well if you are an AFC Wimbledon fan. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye for now.